What's up, guys? It's SuperCalifragilisticExpialidocious here, and today we're going to be going over Windows 10 Privacy Slideshow. This is what I said I would do. I was showing you guys how to disable Windows privacy settings, and you know, some of you guys kind of got confused because you didn't really understand the topics about telemetry hosts, how proxy servers worked. So I am here to clear this all up for you with a slideshow on Google Slides that I made it on Google Slides so you can get the link to it, and you don't need to download a file for this. You just need to get the link, open it, and you'll be able to access the PowerPoint, and it'll be for you guys to see and stuff. So let's get into the slideshow. Windows 10 Privacy by some nerd in his room called Rosnell later. Skip to the next slide. What are proxies? Now, to understand how Microsoft collects your data using the cloud features, we must first understand what proxies are. Proxies are servers that are used by people around the world to encrypt their internet traffic. How a proxy works is simply like this. First, one client sends an internet access request to access the internet. It sends the request to the server, and then the server encrypts the data, sends the request back confirming that it happened, and then redirects you to the internet. The internet scans your internet traffic and it sees that you're encrypted. Then it sends the internet traffic back to the server proxy, and then the server proxy sends the internet data back to you so you're fully encrypted, and then that's how proxies work. And it keeps your personal credentials and your computer safe, but Microsoft takes this security aspect and it takes it to a completely different level. Now, we should probably end with some examples so you guys know what I'm talking about. So these are some examples of some proxy-enabled browsers. And browsers are basically things like Chrome or Firefox, and you know, stuff like that. So one great example of a proxy-enabled browser is Tor. Tor allows you to search the web anonymously using their proxy server and a 3-layer encryption of your computer credentials. It's unique because it uses relay nodes from other computers. What that means is that instead of automatically going to the internet, after sending the request goes through 3 layers of encryption nodes on different computers locally, so you are protected, and if you live in a censorship country, you won't get caught because so many computers have you safely encrypted. I have the free download right here, and I'll put all these download links. Well, actually, all you guys need to do is download the PowerPoint. Well, not download it. You just need to go to the link for the PowerPoint, and you can download all of this. So let me explain how this works. So, before the request can get back to you, you are encrypted with 3 layers of encryption. First, the guard node, which adds a layer of the encryption, the relay node, which sends the requests, and the exit node, which ultimately sends the final encrypted secure request to the public servers. It decrypts the link to the public servers, allowing the public servers to read it. Then, as they send the request back to you, it goes in a backward cycle. This time the exit node is the guard node, but the relay node stays the same. It continues encrypting until it gets back to the guard node, which turns back into the exit node, and then sends it encrypted this time because the guard node only has one function, and that is encryption. So it cannot decrypt it, which is good, because if someone accidentally hacked into, well, not accidentally, but if they hacked into your computer, hacked into Tor, and then they tried to intercept the data coming in from the guard node, they could not do that because it only has one function. Now, this is how Microsoft takes control of your PC using proxies. This is a very good diagram as you can see, all your analytics, your DNS, your routing clusters, all your information is sent to the cloud server. This is the most important part, the cloud server. This is what everyone, like millions of people in the world, use to store their files. And that's incredibly dangerous. So I'll get to that explaining. So Microsoft takes the whole proxy discussion to another level. Microsoft configures each computer made that, each operating system that it makes, Windows 10 and specifically, with 2 system tracking services. Now, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1 actually do have these services installed side by side, but they're not as powerful, I think. You can still delete them. Check my previous videos on how to do that. These services installed on your PC allows Microsoft to send all of your system information to their cloud servers, not just internet requests. The problem with this is that it's not just diagnostic data that is sent to Microsoft. It's every single file on your computer. OneDrive, Telemetry, DiagTrack, DMWAP push service, all of these services scan your entire hard drive, even partitioned parts of it, like the system boot file, which I guess kind of makes it for a good reason that it needs to scan, because it needs to constantly update the boot files and stuff like that. But seriously, every single file of your computer is made a copy of and then sent to the cloud so that it can be scanned, read, and then used as clickbait for Microsoft to feed their crusty fingers with money and stuff in. You know what I mean. Capitalism, America, equals bad stuff, whatever. So now you may be saying that you have nothing to hide, but you really do. Microsoft has been hacked before, and all the information you hold dear on their cloud servers will be stolen. This includes credit cards, social security, etc. This might not be included if you didn't start Windows 10 up with a Microsoft account, Outlook account, because that, if you use that as your primary email and then you link it with PayPal and you link it with a bunch of different websites that control your private information, like bankofamerica.com or something like that, all your banking information using Outlook.com will be saved into the cloud server, and then if someone, which I bet Lizard Squad has already done, has hacked the cloud, they can steal every single bit of information down to the last bit. They can take everything, and they can ruin your life, identity theft. So many things could go wrong. This system is really messed up, but unfortunately, Microsoft does not give the option to disable this. You actually need to go into the key registry files and delete this yourself or disable them in settings. Check my previous videos on tutorials on how to do that. And it's more than just proxies. This is what I'm talking about in telemetry. This is a pretty basic description so you guys can get the idea. Microsoft uses a service from DiagTrack known as Telemetry. Even when you delete DiagTrack, Telemetry is a completely separate service in itself when the system boots up, and then it separates from DiagTrack. So then it becomes its own separate service, but it can be disabled using Spybot, and what this does is not only log your system information, but also allows tracking domains or websites to run in the background of your PC and track your data online, which is pretty spooky. And I have a picture right here explaining, not explaining, but showing the telemetry log. But it says, see how Office files are used in your computer? That's scanning the entire hard drive. See any Office errors or compatibility issues that can occur? This also means scanning your hard drive. And learn how to fix problems with your Office files and solution. That means allowing telemetry domains that track you to be enabled on your PC by default. And there's no option to disable logging. There's only the button that says enable logging. It's like fake democracy. But there is something you can do to stop this. There's tons of software that people like you can use to anonymize your experience using Windows 10. or any version of Windows, basically, except for Windows XP and below, because they were just simply an operating system firm at that time. They weren't into cloud services. But the following picture demonstrates a software that is very popular. It is known as Spybot. It's user-friendly and is completely free. If you want to see how to use this software and their download page, please visit my YouTube channel and subscribe today for more tech videos. Thank you so much for viewing my presentation. This following presentation was sponsored by Hackers Inside and Coding is Not a Crime, http EFF.org. Great sources. What can I tell you, man? There are some hackers who are just trying to do the right thing, and then they're just coding, and they get arrested for it for false trials. It's something that is very concerning to the hacker community, and it needs to be heard about. So these are my sponsors for today, and thank you everybody for watching, and have a supercalifragilistic expialidocious day.